When I was young, I didn't really care about my appearance. I just wore the clothes that were readily available to me. But then I grew up, and then I was just so self-conscious of the stares. And just like that, my carefree self disappeared and I became a fly on the wall. And I was like that for a majority of my childhood into early adolescence up until a class project prompted me to change. You have a piece of paper and you pass it around. And every single classmate has to write something about you. And then you get that paper at the end. As a self-conscious wallflower, I was terrified. So when the paper came back to me, I wasn't too surprised seeing that there were a lot of comments saying that I was quiet or shy. But I was genuinely surprised that there were good things written down on it. That was probably one of the things that inspired 14-year-old me to reinvent myself. For the first time ever, I garnered an interest in fashion. And after years of playing dress up, I couldn't really find my look. And then one item of clothing presented itself and I fell in love with it. The leather jacket is iconic and can elevate your style. And so I quickly looked for leather jackets and my broke ass had to find out the hard way that leather jackets, at least the genuine ones, were so damn expensive. So I was ready to put down my wallet and give up. But the universe gave me an answer. A few years ago, I saw a beam of light and it called on to me and it said, "Come closer." Girl, in this economy, just thrift shop. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. There's so much smoke. And there was no going back. Thrifting became such a huge part of my life. I went crazy with it. Either I wanted to look like Anne Hathaway in The Devil Wears Prada or an evil henchman. I got a variety of everything. Leather jackets, leather blazers, leather pants, nubuck vests. The best part, they were cheap and I had unique pieces. But the more I started thrifting, the more I found out more about it.
Thrifting has seen a meteoric rise, especially during the pandemic. But even though it is well loved, it's actually illegal. Well, to import it. Ay, ka cutie! Oh my goodness!
The dark side of importing secondhand clothing is that you can be penalized, or even worse, imprisoned. It has two main arguments, one being to safeguard the health of the people. Since the secondhand clothing industry is in the black market, it's not regulated. Some of these clothes are not stored in the best condition. But honestly, just wash the darn clothes well and you'll be fine. Despite importation being illegal, there are still a lot of thrift stores around Manila. And we're gonna visit them because I'm in the hunt for a new leather jacket because it's event season. Its vintage is located in Salcedo Village, a posh area in Makati City. This well-known thrift shop offers curated pieces. They have gone through quality control, washed and ready to use, relinquishing the notion that it's dirty. Alright, we got Cowboy Drei. So in my hunt for the leather jackets, I found some, but they were a little bit too expensive for my budget. Even though I didn't find a leather jacket, I definitely found a gem.
Look at this. That is insane. It's giving pirate. Bro, look at this.
Oh, yo.
Surprised that this piece is still here because I'm 100% sure that it will be snatched. How long has it been here?
Around like a month or
A
more.
month.
I think even longer, maybe. You're waiting for it.
Yeah, it's meant for me. Bobby, what'd you get?
Bag.
Bag. That's gorgeous. Also, by the way, how much?
$2.95.
$2.95. We're all winners here. Thank you, Bobby and Drei, for joining
I'm
me today.
vintage.
So these pieces are a little bit more expensive because they're clean and curated. But let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum. The OG ukay-ukay, where you have to sift through racks and racks of clothes just to find the one. And this is where the word ukay comes from. It's actually from the word halukay, which is to dig.
Look at that. That is a nice wool sweater for 300 pesos.
The other argument of the Republic Act 4653 deals with maintaining the dignity of the nation. After seeing a plethora of ukay-ukay stores ranging from really expensive to cheap, I can't help but think, why would this impede on national dignity? On a business owner standpoint, I feel like there's a lot of dignity having this business model that can make you a lot of money. And a lot of Filipinos make good money from selling secondhand clothing. You make profit and no one gets hurt. On a personal note, I am very proud of the items that I've thrifted, and I use it from my day-to-day to professional work. And I can look good without spending so much money. And now, speaking of looking good, I did not find any leather jackets here in Anona's Ukay Ukay, which is okay, kind of expected it, because it's a little bit difficult to find it here in Manila, a cheap and quality leather jacket. But I do know a place that sells really good leather jackets. It's one of my favorite places in the Philippines. It's a little bit far, but it's worth it. And I know the perfect group of people who's down for a spontaneous adventure like this.
But I need to speak my mind.
We have added player number 4. Hello there. Jen, Kyla.
Baguio City is considered to be the birthplace of thrifting in the Philippines. This is where my love for thrift grew even more. And this is the place I got my first ever genuine leather jacket. How Baguio became a hub for thrift shopping is a rich, multi-layered story spanning decades. From the UN's relief operation after the World War to hard-working overseas Filipino workers sending over boxes of clothes to sell. And the rest is history. Thrifting has become one of the many popular things to do here.
What's important here is, yes, the main reason is for thrift shopping, but another reason is there's a guy that I used to buy all of my leather jackets from, and he always gives such quality goods.
For a good price.
For a great price. So, unfortunately, last year, it burnt down.
The whole compound.
Not the whole compound, just the ukay section.
Is the guy still there?
That's what
wow.
we're here to find out. I want to look for him. I don't even know his name.
Was leather.
It might actually be in my contacts.
Si Dr. Leather.
Yeah, the original Dr. Leather. So we are gonna look for Mr. Dr. Leatherman. Boy Wonder.
Doctor. If we do find the Baguio Leather Dr. Man, we're gonna blur his face. We're gonna gatekeep him.
Dr. Leatherman Jensen.
Yeah.
Yes. He was number 1.
This was our last day in Baguio, so it meant we were in a rush to find Dr. Leatherman Jensen. We couldn't go visit in the last few days because a lot of unforeseen circumstances just happened. If you want to see everything that went down, go head on over to Miki's channel because she was able to capture almost everything.
So this is where it once was. It's an open space now with a few shops. I'm gonna have to ask one of them where all of the places that were once here, where they relocated. Dito na po talaga kayo? Hindi na kayo ilipat doon? Ginagawa pa yung bubong?
Ay, wala pa.
Wala pa. May alam po ba kayo na yung nagbebenta ng yung leather?
Doon, dyan tapos sa harap.
Nandun siya. Oh, sige
Sa
po.
harap,
Sige po. Thank you po.
Sige po.
Ayun, sige. Thank you po. No, the funny part is, he probably doesn't even remember me. But he's an older fellow. And I think this is it. Ayun, puro leather, oh. It's all leather. Yeah. I think it's this one. Yeah. Yung nagbebenta po dito dati, lalaki?
Opo, pero wala na siya.
Wala na siya? Anong wala na po?
Nagbakasyon na ng permanente.
Kailan po siya namatay?
Kailan ba yun? Kasi siguro sobrang kasi ang dami nasunog sa kanya. 300 plus thousand more. Tapos,
Yung nasunog sa kanya?
parang sa puso. Linibdib siguro yung yung nawala. Yun, yung wife na lang niyang kaya lang nag-alaga ng apo ngayon, kaya wala siya.
Ito na lang yung natira sa paninda niya?
Konti na lang.
Konti na lang.
Meron sa bahay nila kasi hindi rin dinadala dito lahat kasi nga
Nasunog na
hindi, nanakawan uli ng worth of 30,000.
Sige po, tingin na po ako sa labas
Okay pa.
Thank you.
Fascinating turn of events.
Best! Heavy. Emotional damage. My heart sank so much.
I still want to keep visiting every year. I never got to ask for his name. I was just so overwhelmed that I didn't remember to ask. And I hope to meet the wife, Mrs. Leatherman Jensen. And I can't wait to show her the different pictures and places that I brought their jackets to. Maybe then I can finally ask what his name was. And as we bid our goodbyes to Baguio, we definitely made sure that we had fun in our last few moments here. And with another spark of spontaneity, the 3 brain cells were on the move again. On the bright side, there are lawmakers trying to legalize ukay-ukay. Being able to register an ukay business helps with its legitimacy. But this also means that you can be protected by the law. And with instances such as the Baguio fire, the conversation of having insurance makes it even more urgent now. Nevertheless, this has ignited conversation in the last few years, and that's enough spark that we need to keep this conversation going. I'll never forget this experience. It was definitely a core memory. And now that I'm back home, wearing the exact same shirt 17 years later, I can definitely say that I relate more to my 14-year-old self now more than ever. I feel the same carefree nature as I did before. And in my heart, I'm just a big kid with really banger leather jackets.